I'm Rhenda.
I'm Jim.
We are Hardiness Approach.
On the road again.
We love the Missouri roads, and we've
said that before.
I know, we really like
it's
them.
True.
They're beautiful roads. And we have the opportunity to go and visit a fellow family homesteaders. We're not telling you who it is, but they are dear friends, and we haven't seen them in a while, so we're very excited to see them. We know that you have not heard from us for a few days, and we are taking care of ourselves. We are senior steaders, and we have determined that the best way to senior stead is to be able to work your farm and be able to take care of yourself and not feel the obligation that you have to do something in front of the camera all the time. So a few changes for us, and we're going to feel a lot better about it. So I was going to ask my sweet husband, who is driving right now, if what are some of the plans for the farm that he has been going through in making it a productive farm.
Well, what we've considered, really the first controlling principle that we're putting in play is to do more of whatever we want to do for ourselves, so that we have some excess, so that this becomes a farm, not just a hobby or a way for us to feed ourselves, but a way to actually produce some income so that we can pay for the various projects that we want to do there and actually pay our way. I mean, it costs to operate, whether it's a hobby farm or a productive farm. There are costs, and we're faced with that.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you nobody knew that there was a cost involved.
They knew that.
But that's okay, because we walk out on our farm, and I don't know, at least once a day, I've heard it twice today already, Jim will say, I love where we live. I love our farm. I love our home. And that's what you need to do. You need to be able to love where you're at. And
what we're expecting to be able to do in this process of senior study is to demonstrate our way of finding the path to be able to have our own place, to take care of it, but also to have it take care of us, both now and into the future. And that's what we want to show, is that it's possible, as you're getting older, to put together something that will help you sustain yourself, but do it in a healthy way, providing you with the physical activity, the in touch with Mother Nature and the soil, but also the nutritious, nutrient-dense food that your body desperately needs to be healthy.
So what we'd like to do is be able to sell food and grow meat and food that we've grown, which is a real product.
Yes.
And have people purchase it. Not have to depend on YouTube, not have to depend on people from YouTube, but depend on the food that we grow.
Seems like a good plan.
It does seem like a good plan. We spent Friday night going out for a while, several times, and watering the garden, because we don't have the water system completely set up yet, so we were sprinkling the part that isn't covered with all the ground cover. And then about 4 a.m, it started to rain, and it finally stopped a day and a half later. And we're going to get lots of rain this week, so it's a good time to not have the system all the way in, because God will provide the rain.
So far he has. And of the 2 gardens that we have going right now, one of them we feel like we have it adequately, the right system in place to do watering, although the automatic part isn't on there. I still have to finish getting the hoses hooked up. We bought the wire so I could get the controller for the valves in place. We didn't have enough wire to get it from where electricity is to where we needed it to be. So that needs finished up, and then we can put it on automatic, which means when we're not there, we can make use of it. One thing I want to do that we've never done before is our controller has a moisture sensor port on it, and I want to look at getting a moisture sensor that we can place somewhere at least, so it gives us a feel for how wet the ground is, so that we know, like if it's raining, there's no reason for it to turn on.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah, that will help.
I have this thing about hearing the sprinkler system go on as it's raining. I mean, even though we live in a place with lots of water, many places around the country, including neighboring states, do not. And so I can't waste it. It's just too hard.
I just learned something yesterday that I found interesting. Our neighbor is a retired dairy farmer. He'd never told that. It's been several years since he stepped away from dairy farming, but he spent 30 years dairy farming, and here we are trying to figure out what to do with our cow. Well, we just need to go ask him questions.
We're like, oh wow, okay, I'm not sure I want to live next to an expert.
Well, he's very kind.
He's so
is a good
kind,
way to say it.
So kind.
And so I don't think he'll consider any of our questions inappropriate and dumb. And he'll be, we just want to make sure we're doing it right. I mean, we've had a cow for a short while before.
We did very few things right.
Yeah, it was a learning process. It always is. But having a cow calf is a very new experience for us. And, we think we know what we're doing, and that'll be true until something unexpected goes on. Hopefully she is as good at this as what we've been told she is, and one morning we're going to get up and a calf is just going to be following her around. That would be nice. I keep watching for that every morning. I haven't seen one yet.
Yeah. When I ask Jim what he thinks about a certain color, let me paint this house this way, or have this or have that, he will say to me, I don't know how to do that. You just choose it. Whatever you choose is going to be great. So I'm
a wise man.
I've had two experiences yesterday where one of them he took complete charge. We were in Menards, if you all know Menards, which is
big box,
but a lot of good stuff in that big box.
Yeah.
And we were trying to find some ideas for a backsplash that were affordable and that we liked. And we came across this idea, and I'm standing there looking at one of the other ones, and he's standing there looking at that one. And all of a sudden he said, "What do you think of this? This would work. This would be really good." And I stood there and looked at it, and, well, okay. It's not bad. Why don't we buy one and set it up so we can see?
Because she's got to, if she wants to know how the couch is going to look over there, she's actually got to move it over there before she knows for sure how she feels about it.
I am a visual person and I don't make any bones about it. We went and looked at a couch yesterday, not ready to buy couches at all.
But we need one.
But I went and looked at one yesterday, and I sat on it three times.
And looked at it a fourth.
Anyway, so we brought this thing home, and we put
She
it there.
decided to buy two of them, just in case we liked them.
And I went ahead and painted a part of my wall in my kitchen.
The color that she thought she might want to paint.
I wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure. And he goes, "No, it's going to look good." And I'm like, I just don't know. So he went upstairs and I painted a portion of it. And then I set that one piece there. And I went, oh, I like it. And this morning when I walked in and saw it, it was calming. Do you know what that means? I mean, it was calming when I walked in there, and I went, wow, I like it. I like it. And he chose it.
Well, here's my logic to it. Our floor is dark, the cabinets are a different color, and then the countertop is dark. And so you're going from floor up to the window. So you're going this dark across the counters, countertop, and then to the bright, sunny, east-facing window. And it seemed to me that the wall and the window needed to go hand in hand. So now, if you're not looking at the window, and even at night when it's dark outside, you can go from the floor across the counters, the cabinets, the darker counter. Then you look at this, the coloring of what's now going to be the backsplash is not like it's lighter, but it's not white, and it's got some color to it that's similar to what's on the front of the cabinet. And then the next color you see is this yellow that the wall is. So it's like you're
supposed to tell what color the wall is.
I'm sorry, you can edit it out if you want. But it's the yellow, like you're looking out at the yellow sunlight coming up.
Anyway, it was helpful. I don't have any people here that I can go and say, hey, come on over and look at it. I don't have anybody. It's only Jim. That's all I've got. I did put 3 swatches of color on the living room wall. He chose, we both didn't want the top one, and it was between the second and the third, and he chose the third and I chose the second. I haven't quite decided what to do with that one yet.
Trust.
But it's cool. We're kind of pushing ourselves to get our kitchen and living room done so that we can
a big
live.
thing you need to put a picture on there of this is the hole in the wall above the stove is gone.
Is gone. We pulled the wires out that needed to be pulled out of there. We pushed the other things. We've got an electrician coming to the other side. They're going to redo the whole box, rewire it, everything.
Not rewire. It's going to be the same
wire, but
new breakers, new breaker box.
New box.
That anything that has gotten old and questionable is replaced. The wire, that's a tough one. Really.
Well, he'll tell us if there's something really bad, and we'll go chase that one down. So.
Rewiring the house when it's already built is an enormous.
We did it in Monte Vista. It was bad, but we did it because it had the 1905 wiring. It was really bad. The little round stuff that frays. Anyway, bottom line is that hole in the kitchen is gone. Now, it's been mudded, and we did quite a fine job of putting a piece of drywall over that.
It needs the final coat of mudding, but there's the edges of it are fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fairly smooth.
Yep.
We didn't have the right thickness of drywall.
Nope.
We used something we had
shimmed
and shimmed
underneath
it
it.
so that it fit. And
Looks good.
One side was different than the other. That's kind of how our whole wall goes. But we got it.
So women out there, your men can help you if you need them to. And sometimes they'll surprise you. But don't be worried if you have to take back and make a decision about the final thing.
As a, I don't know, caveat or disclaimer, in the classes that I've been taking, one of them was about design. So it had to do with color, it had to do with design principles. So I have had some training within the last year and a half that I hadn't previously possessed that helped.
Okay. Alrighty. There's a lot of hills here. Put my arms up. Whee! You're making the car go. Wee, doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, it's just not sure about these lines.
Little narrow country roads.
Take me.
I love the country roads of Missouri and Arkansas. They're fun.
So we made it here, and we've been doing some visiting, and Location yet to be disclosed, but we'd like to show you who we are visiting.
Let me just kind of scan all the trees. And there we are!
What's up?
Ethan
How you
from
doing?
180. Whoops. Okay. Now I can see it.
Yeah, I could see it. It looked good.
Anyway, but we're not telling where he's at,
Nope.
but we're sitting around a table
We
out in
are.
the middle of a forest.
Forest. Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Somewhere in the Ozarks, we can say that.
Somewhere in the Ozarks.
Somewhere in the Ozarks.
Anyway, we're
Say it again.
super happy to be here. It has been a while, and we absolutely consider them dear friends. And in a minute, we'll meet Sarah. We've already introduced him.
Okay. Sarah is here now.
Yes.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing well.
We have lots of people that want to know that you're fine.
Yeah, we are doing just fine.
And this is the proof.
Yes, exactly.
Busy.
They've got more proof than we do.
Yes, they do. Busy, right?
Yes. Very, very
Busy.
busy.
And that's about all you're going to get from them.
From
Yeah.
her for right now.
For now.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We feel very honored to be sitting at your table.
Thank
We'd
you.
love to have you here.
Yeah, it's so
So
great to
great,
have you
yeah.
here.
So, thank you. Well, it's been a couple of days, and we've had a couple of days of rain, and we're expecting more. But our garden is thriving. It loves it. It's very happy. Look at these leaves. I'm going to get some Swiss chard from my very own garden soon. It's a race. Me or the bugs? Me. I notice there's one hole. Uh-oh. We are filling the Missouri humidity today, but not bad. I mean, it just, you know, rain, humidity, and what, been about 75? Do you think?
Got up to
77?
80.
Got up to 80 today. We threatened rain today, but we haven't had rain. It likes to do it in the middle of the night. But we are going to show you a project that we did for our cow, who's going to have a calf, and we made a place for our calf. So come along.
Come with me and I'll show you where the cow is going to be spending, well, there's evidence that she's been here.
We need to clean her out.
We actually opened this up for her to come in when it's raining, and surprise, surprise, she prefers to be in here when it's raining. She liked it much more. So this is where she is put in place when we would be milking her. And it's not, everything's not fully finished, but this is the stall where the calf will be kept. We've got this gate yet to fasten up. We purchased the hardware today and we'll be fastening it up, so there'll be a gate here. This is where the calf will stay, and if you want to show this area here, right now the calf can just go through here. So what we want
In the past, a calf has jumped
Yes.
through there.
So what we're going to do is build a box here that's high enough that the calf can't go over, but the box can hold grain, alfalfa, whatever we want to give to the cow. So it's here, and you know, she just naturally comes here to eat. When we let her in,
Her head goes right
she's
there.
right here. She's, where's the food? So we need to get that set up, and then the calf won't be able to go through. But during the night, the calf will be in here.
Mama's
we'll milk
there.
her in the morning, turn the calf loose after we milk her. The calf has her all day. At night, we bring her and the calf in here. The calf stays in here. The cow stays here, and we share. Now that's not the first. That's going to take a few days to get to that point. But
Yeah, we're not going to separate them for the first few days.
But that's the plan. So this is set up nice,
We're
safe,
just really excited about this little corral that we made. Stall. And we used a 8-foot pallet, and we had a shelf here. You guys, I have to tell you how Jim did this. It's just quite amazing. So there's a board.
Well, first of all, that end of the pallet is fastened into the wall. I put screws to hold it in so it's real tight down there. But this end was just freestanding and really nothing to fasten it to. So I took a board and I cut it off 45 at both ends, screwed this end in here, and if you look, you'll see there's a...
Move your finger and I'll show them. Right there.
So that's
a rebar.
That's a piece of rebar. It's a 1 foot piece of rebar. I drilled a hole in here that size, and we pounded it down. So this post is solid.
And then we connected it all to this thing. I mean, that thing is not wiggling, and this is where we can put supplies.
This is cow strong. So we're excited about.
We're very excited because we were able to do all this without spending any money.
Except for the gate pieces.
Except for the gate pieces.
Pieces.
So we're going to drill a hole through here, put one on here, and hook it on.
And it is the hinge.
Hinge, yes. This is blocked off. It's
always been blocked
It's always been blocked off, but we put that there so no little calves can get out. Eventually we'll make it be like a Dutch door, probably more like a barn door, half and half, and so that it can get out that way if it needs to.
Yep.
Cool.
If she sees you in here, she'll be in
I know.
an instant.
I know. She likes, as soon as she sees us, she wants to come in, so we snuck away. So Jim, you want to tell them what you're doing in here? Wait.
Hiding out. No.
Just a quick summary.
Yeah, quick summary. These are the boards that I have
Wait,
planed.
I think I'm too close. There we go.
These are the boards that are going to become the top for the island in the kitchen. So I've planed them so that they're all the same thickness. And now I need to joint the sides so that they are square, so that when I join them together, it's a nice tight fit. Right now they aren't all that way.
These are the original boards that Ben Holler put on there for us, and
they're a little smaller now. They've created a fair amount of sawdust and wood chips. But I'll show you the process of putting them together as I do that here in the next couple of days. Somebody just came in the door. She heard us. I'm telling you. And then we'll have that top ready to go.
well, this is our video. It may be the only one we get out this week.
Oh, did you hear
I did.
Missy?
I hear Missy.
She's moving at us.
And we appreciate you watching. We are living our life a little bit slower. So.
Well, we've got a lot of stuff to do. We need to get that kitchen finished up, and it's really time to start focusing a lot more on the garden as well. The weeds are going to get away from us, so we've got to get on top of those.
I would show you what I've been doing in the garden. I mean, in the kitchen, but I'm not. I'm going to have a special reveal when we're done.
It's going to be awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.